be talking about this battle in the history slates.
Some of our soldiers have been tasked with controlling a key. Luckily, I drew the box.
We're free and clear for flight. Switching over to standard engines.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. Scan com-
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now. You didn't hear this from me. It was a Who you see? Ask me.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. Hey, that's great! Thanks so much. Did everything go all right? It's that bad? I'm glad I'm writing this story then. Maybe the government will finally make good on their promise of cleaning things up down there. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. I'll send you a copy of the story if it gets published. There's nothing like seeing your name in print. What a sordid mess. We've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record. So there was a mercenary company, the First, and they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families. Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it. Is that right? Not going to say. I will never, ever give up my source. If anybody asks about you, they get the same answer. Good to know. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron Hope. Is that correct? And all that money didn't help in the end. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment? for what it's worth, I'm rooting for them too. Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll definitely hear this. And, maybe try not to ice any more CEOs. Just a thought. You have another story for me? You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left, the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true? I'd say I'm surprised, but this is my total lack of surprise face. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang? I can't say I blame him. Armed robbers don't deserve much mercy in my book. These things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt? That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye. Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this. My source is back. Here to report anything else? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? I swear you're either a trouble magnet or something. So, SysDef finally, and against all odds, really triumphed against the Crimson Fleet. In their own backyard, no less. How were you involved? So what do you do for an encore? So, the Vigilance went toe-to-toe with everything the Crimson Fleet could throw at them. And somehow, almost miraculously, they captured the key. The key itself. I've confirmed that with many sources. Anything to add? Oh, so the standard happy to be part of the team boilerplate. I can type that quote in my sleep. You have to feel good about how everything turned out. Commander Ikande is being hailed a hero. And SysDef's popularity is at an all-time high. Your thoughts? That's a common refrain. He was respected before this, but now? And that's all I need. You really do lead an extraordinary life. And as a, well, possibly embarrassing personal note, thank God for you.
Hello there, dear friend. So much to see, so much to learn. Life is beautiful in that way, yes? Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them? Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scavenging.
We're
Want
going
to
to
challenge your instincts and hone
discuss
those
with you.
corporate skills. Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today.
Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I promise this won't take long. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries give you.
Next time. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I promise this won't take long. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost single-handedly saved the settled systems from one of its most dangerous enemies. I can't possibly commend you highly enough. Well, I'm not sure I deserve that, but I appreciate it all the same. What I want to know is what motivated you into making the right decision. You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the Key. Instead, you flew it to the Vigilance. Yes, that would have been unfortunate. The Crimson Fleet would have had enough wealth to fund their operation for decades. So, no regrets betraying Delgado, then? I imagine you and he formed quite a partnership right up until the end. No, I'm sorry. I refuse to excuse Delgado for his loathsome behavior by placing all of the blame on his fellow pirates. I'm also a bit disturbed that you would leap to his defense so quickly. Live long enough among the wolves and you begin to act like them. Yes, I understand. I suppose my final concern is how long this newfound peace will last. Perhaps my only concern are the reports that Navamora was never captured or killed. My hope is that she was smart and went into permanent exile. I suppose only time will tell. Ah. Well, it appears I've soured the mood of our lovely conversation. I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
among the stars. As a heavenly celestial, it must feel good for you to see your family.
Acknowledged. What can the Trade Authority do for you? Read this slate that said you should get up every 30 minutes so your legs don't fall off or whatever. Who the hell has the time for that? Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
Undoubtedly left behind by military forces. Something's out there. Damn, I was just getting warmed up. Not exactly a pot of gold, but this will do. I'm sure they had something we can use. Hey there, sleepyhead. What's the matter? Did I wear you out? Notice how the room is reacting to our presence. Those rings in particular. That was awesome! And I very rarely use that word for anything. We need to get you looked at back at the lodge. And how you can harness that type of power. I'm here for you, my love. Of course you can, sweetie. You have no idea how badly I needed to hear those words. I love you. Marrying you was the single best decision I've made in my entire life. If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Escape trajectory plotted. Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady. Jump complete. Normal propulsion restored.
You are entering United Colonies space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Much as I'm eager to explore the universe,
This is history. Would you look at this?
I assumed it was all right to let your parents in here, but maybe they shouldn't stay for long.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail. What in the blackest sea are you going on about? What did it do to you?
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it? Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens. And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. So we have artifacts, a temple, and this power. All connected.
More questions than answers.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory, there might be one temple for each. But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time. It's a strong theory. Couldn't find that planetary anomaly without the data from the artifact. We'll need one to find the other. Don't think it's just Fortune's laugh that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow. Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
You got time for a quick chat? I appreciate it.
Break.
If you are free soon.
I'm ready to make some waves. You are straight out of one of those film noir novels. Working undercover and thwarting the bad guys. Just walking around the key makes my skin crawl. How'd you pull it off? Sistef put us in some shitty situations, that is for certain. I mean, don't get me wrong, helping Sistef was never on my bucket list. Commander Akande, he really wasn't as much of a tight ass as I was expecting. And ultimately, he had your back, so I guess here's to Sistef. Oh, shucks. Well, this victory, really, it's all you. I just wanted to say, when we first teamed up, I had a good feeling about you. But this... you really helped people. Helped everyone. I can't wait for our next adventure. When the time's right,
We've
I'd
always
appreciate a
considered
chat.
ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory.
Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge? Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics. He's one of the great Freestar Collective success stories. So, yeah, I might be a fan. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's gonna happen to Hopetown without him. Fingers crossed. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover. Heaven is having a smooth-running ship with a crew of friends. You take care, all right?
Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo. You've tipped my ear. stretches the mind to the far ends. Not sure neat is the word. Heart-stopping might be closer to the mark. More saying we don't know. And, that you'll be the first to lose ignorance's blessing if it's bad. Anyway, we'll be with you as we all figure what this means. Artifacts sure keep being a showboat of surprises. Jaw the words another time, then.
Ah, hello.
In the end, you chose the UC over the Crimson Fleet. Do you believe that was the right choice? I can respect that. I am no supporter of the United Colonies, but I also could not bring myself to side with the fleet and what they represent. Did getting that close to Delgado and the fleet make it difficult at all? It can be harder to act against someone once you get to know them. Perhaps. I would not have minded seeing him in pieces, but prison will suffice. It would be foolish to think, though, that we have seen the last of the Crimson Fleet. We may have eliminated the leadership, but there are many more pirates out there. That is true. Life has not suddenly been made easier for everyone, despite our recent victory. For now, you should enjoy your hard-earned victory. You have done a service for all of the settled systems. Hello. Finally, I've been waiting.
Good luck, Andreja. If the concept of luck is something that you believe in, of course.
Luck will not be necessary, but thank you just the same.
Constellations.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning. It's about an artifact. And our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect. That settles it, then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
As long as the drinking comes after the negotiation, or whatever this is going to entail.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon. Just let me know when you're ready to set off. To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
The money you sent home? Well, it means a lot. To both of us. I hope you don't mind, but I figured the lodge was just a gnat stop away. I just had to see it.
Oh, this place is everything I imagined. Do you know I dreamt of joining Constellation when I was a girl? I don't know if I go that far. But I'll let your father talk before he bursts.
I was playing poker with the Dean of Engineering, and he had this collectible revolver framed. And when he heard you were in Constellation, well, we worked together to get the piece clean and restored. She fires beautifully now. We, took turns sighting it at the range.
I swear, your father was acting like a school kid.
As I was saying, may I present to you Sir Malcolm Livingston's personal sidearm. all the special modifications just as he left him. He was chair of Constellation about 50 years ago. Anyway, it's yours. I hope it keeps you safe. If not, maybe get a good place for it on a mantle. Well, we'll let you get back to it, but, Miss Noel said we could look around a little first. Ms. Noel,
Of all the
would it
places
be all
we've
right
lived,
if I
this
brought
is my
cookies next
favorite.
time?
Actually, Mr.
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at
Make a
Galbang.
mean snickerdoodle.
Father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious.
I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all that pressure. A leader knows that protecting regular folk is not just a responsibility, but a privilege. And I'm proud to call you my captain. Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon or something. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado like that, it was a huge risk. If he had gotten to you, convinced you to side with them, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Good. He deserved what he got for what he did and for what he would have done. And if they regroup after all this, they'll be weaker next time. All thanks to you. That's a worry for another day, boss. Nobody does anything truly alone. We all have help along the way. But you made the decisions that needed to be made. That was all you.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. You and me both. The implications are staggering. Obviously, we don't know anything for certain, at least not yet, but there sure seems to be a connection between these temples and the artifacts.
Hey, Barrett.
So it would follow that someone or something built them. Both the temples and the artifacts. That alone is...
You said that last
is huge, isn't it?
Okay. Remind me again next week, will you? I'll get you back.
You said it, not me. I'll concede it's a possibility, but it's only 1 in a million. As much as we'd like to, we can't jump to conclusions just yet. You okay? That might end up being the understatement of all time. But really, we can't get ahead of ourselves. We just need to focus on our next steps. More research, documenting our findings, and not jumping to conclusions, no matter how enticing that might be. Take care of yourself.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family.
Hey, Barrett.
I hope it feels that way for you too.
Doing some scans on the
Before I say anything, I need to clarify that I have no formal medical training. So with that in mind, I think so. I know I said the scans weren't normal, but I would differentiate that from dangerous or concerning. I plan on keeping an eye on you, but you seem to have adapted to the changes. You're feeling okay, right?
Is that what they are? The bit that sort of sticks out with the... You know...
You have no idea what you're looking for, do you?
No, I do not.
All right.
Okay, well, if I were a doctor, I would absolutely advise against that, for a variety of reasons. But I'll take it as a positive sign for now. For now, just relax. We're all behind you, and we'll take care of you if we need to. And if you wake up in the middle of the night to find me standing over you, taking scans or drawing blood, just take it in stride. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. Probably.
Like you used to when I was little?
Stay safe, okay?
There's just so much to do in New Atlantis.